We are not able to hear you, ma'am.
Now, am I audible properly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So I divide this. See flat 50% discount, buy one, get one free. Then what we do? We go to the store or explore various sources. We compare price of any product. We see its quality, weight, and certain things. Then we buy it. Next, if we talk about budget in our routine life, it is very important factor because in the country like India, the most population is middle class. So if you are good in preparation of budget, you may manage with the limited income. And if you are not, then you will belong to the class Amdani Athanni Kharcha Rupaiya. I will not take this cooking a lot. You are familiar. We use lots of mathematics in kitchen, especially related with ratio and proportion. If we talk about weather forecasting, it use one branch of mathematics called as probability. And banking. Yes, to understand this banking sector, we must have a strong hand in simple interest invest. And if we are lacking in the financial term, then it's very important to understand the concept of simple interest and compound interest. In the general term, we use financial mathematics in our daily life, whether it is profit or loss, discount, commission, brokerage, etc. Now, how we use? Just see one simple example. Suppose I like to purchase a property, or if I have a property, I would like to give it on the rent. So I must have clear vision of brokerage. If I'm taking a loan, I must familiar with the two terms simple interest and compound interest. Because it is said that compound interest is eighth wonder of the world. And when we talk about compound interest, whether it is compounded yearly, half yearly, quarterly, and monthly, because one word can make a difference a lot. So that's about financial mathematics. So these are just simple application of basic mathematics that we may use in daily life. So I just give a brief about it. But when we talk about mathematics, it has various branches like discrete mathematics, statistics, operation research, differential equation, graph theory, optimization theory, approximation theory, and all. And every branch has some specific application. So I will start with the discrete mathematics. It is a foundation of computer science. Now, what is this discrete mathematics? Mathematical logics, set theory, graph theory, probability, number theory, and algebra. These all are a part of discrete mathematics. And it is a foundation for programming as well as computer science. So, this discrete mathematics form a foundation of computer science. Now, again, I have a question. Do you know who is father of computer science? Anyone may unmute and may inform me. Who was father of computer science?
Charles Babbage.
Yes, who was he, ma'am? Yes, ma'am is rightly said, Charles Babbage. Is father of computer science and he was a mathematician. He built up a machine which is known as analytical engine, and after some updation in it, we get computers. Now, this mathematics plays a very important role in learning basic uses of algorithms and utilized in advanced form in computer science. Do anyone remember where you first use algorithm? Anyone? Either you are a researcher or a professor or a student, everyone have used basic algorithm. Do anyone remember?
While preparing recipe.
Okay. While preparing recipe, that's one of the correct answer. And all of us have used a basic algorithm in our primary education, and we can say it is say 2 plus 3 equal to 5. And this algorithm demonstrate sum of 2 and 3. So you can see the first we use algorithm in mathematics, not in computers, use in our daily life, and then we update this term to get a proper systematic representation that a machine can read. Mathematicians generally use this word machine for computers. So mathematics is used in computer programming, and computer cannot function on their own. They are programmed using principles of mathematical logics, logarithms, and basic algorithm that arise from mathematics. So if you want to have a successful career in computer science, you must have in-depth knowledge of discrete mathematics. So that's about the one branch of mathematics. The next branch that which is the statistics. It is mostly used in experimental sciences, research and survey. It is applied branch of mathematics which involve collection, analysis and interpretation of data. A number of researchers apply tools and methods of statistics in various disciplines. Now, I would like to list some discipline or some branches of statistics, like Actuarial Sciences. It's the discipline that applies mathematics as well as statistics to assess risk in the field of insurance and finance industries. The another subfield is astrostatistics. It is the discipline that apply this concept for understanding of astronomical data. There is one another branch called as biostatistics, which study biological phenomena and observation by means of statistical analysis. Another branch is environmental statistics, and it is the application of statistics in the field of environmental science. The next is geostatistics, and it is the branch of geology that deals with analysis of data from the discipline like petroleum geology, hydrology, meteorology, oceanography, and geochemistry. The next branch that we deals with is operation research, and it provides optimization technique in the field of commerce, trade, management, as well as in the transportation. Now, what is this operation research? It is one applied recent branch of mathematics which deals with optimization. By the optimization, we mean to achieve best possible outcomes from a situation. Suppose if we are getting profit, then our intention is to maximize the profit. If we are producing one product, then our intention is to minimize its cost. In the transportation sector also, our intention is to minimize cost of transport. So this operation research is concerned with determining the maximum profit, or we can say performance, or minimum in the case of loss, cost, or risk in the some real world cases. Now suppose we have one manufacturing unit, then this operation research provide idea for performing number of tasks. That task can be what quantity to be produced, what method to be followed, how to increase production, how to decrease cost of the production, how to maximize profit, removing unnecessary tasks, and most important, allocation of resources. Now the another branch is differential equation, which mostly used in physics, engineering, and in mathematical modeling. Here in this session, I will cover some aspects of mathematical modeling because it is related with the recent situation. Now first, what is this mathematical modeling? And the second aspect that we will discuss is artificial intelligence. Now, mathematical modeling is a way to study real life problem in mathematical terms. Conversion of a situation into mathematics with some suitable condition is known as mathematical modeling. Now, this mathematical modeling is a very strong tool for us. It is capable of saving lives, that we will discuss in later slide, assisting in policy and decision making, and optimizing any situation like economic growth. Now, mathematical models. How we construct this mathematical model? Suppose we have a real life problem. From this real life problem, so suppose we have a real life problem. From this real life problem, we construct a real life model. Then we transform this model into a mathematical model. It's like differential equation. Then we apply some suitable tool to get mathematical solution of this model. Then we interrupt this solution so that we can get the meaning that we may apply in real world situation, and then we validate it. It means the mathematical modeling involves a problem, then formulation of a model, then compute this mathematical model, then interpret the result as per the situation, validate such results, and report. So these are steps for mathematical modeling. Now, mathematical models can be used in natural sciences, biology, physics, earth science, chemistry, in engineering, especially in computer science and electrical engineering, as well as in the some subjects of social sciences like economics, psychology, sociology, and political science. It is one important tool by which we can understand behavior of any disease. And if I talk about the present situation, you all aware with it, not only in the India, worldwide is facing a situation due to pandemic COVID-19. We can use a mathematical model to understand the behavior of this disease COVID-19, and it is of great concern not only for the researcher as well as for the government and common people, because this disease is highly infectious. It is spread at very high rate, and a significant number of deaths are occurred. Every day Either you listen or read that this is the first wave, third wave, this will be the duration, this is the positive rate in this region, these many cases will arise in this situation, these many deaths will occur, we will need the number, how many isolation wards or ICU units will be required. So, who is predicting this? Any idea? The present situation, you may easily read, the prediction is by mathematicians. And what mathematicians are doing in this situation? They have constructed various mathematical models for COVID-19, and on basis of their models, they project number of infected cases. They are able to project number of deaths in certain duration, in certain region or worldwide. They predict specific burdens on isolation wards and ICU, impact of various measures like social distancing, using mask, low contact rate, vaccination, etc. And estimation of the duration of each wave of the coronavirus pandemic. Now see, this information is very useful when government is planning anything just to wave out or just to reduce the impact of pandemic. So mathematical modeling is one important tools that save lives. By application of it, we make certain policies. Now the next field that I will talk about is AI, which is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is the ability of a computer or a robot which is controlled by a computer to do the task usually done by human because they require some human intelligence. For example, speech recognition, face recognition, decision making and visual perception. We all are somewhere using artificial intelligence in our phones, in our laptop and in the digital era. For example, many of you may have face lock on your phone. Many of you use voice typing, or your organization may have face recognition system for the attendance. So we are using this artificial intelligence in many domains. And this artificial intelligence is not a magic. It's just mathematics. The primary purpose of artificial intelligence is to create an acceptable model for human understanding. Now, when we talk about AI and mathematics of happening of an event, we can say the number of times a website get hits. Now, let us consider another example of robot. A robot can move only forward for a certain number of seconds, but not a certain distance. To make a robot to go forward, scientists use mathematics in its programming. And they majorly use discrete random variables, continuous random variables, Bayes theorem, and normalization, that are the concept from probability, for robotic navigation and locomotion, along with the concept of linear algebra. Now, how AI is changing in use mathematics and vehicle by application of machine learning. Now, a nowadays
बघा दिवसभर वेबिनार चालू
we
आहेत.
have
आता
one
चालू आहे, मी
very
7 च्या
famous
नंतर करतो.
digital
बरं सर.
assistant known as Alexa.
अरे
Many
बापरे,
of you
बापरे,
may
बापरे.
are
सर आता
using
की नाही
it
YouTube
and
चालू
we
आहे,
can
मला ते 0 करता
order
येत नाही.
Alexa
बरं का
to
सर?
play a
जसं का वेबिनार
song
7 ला संपला तसं तुमचं 7:30 ते 8 पर्यंत देतो सर.
for
कारण की काय
we
झालं,
can
इतके
say to
वेबिनार झाले,
listen
तिसरा
about
वेबिनार चालू आहे,
news
मध्ये
and
उगीचच
to
पाहुणे आले.
switch off
त्यामुळे
AC
पुन्हा
and
असा
switch
वेळ
on.
गेला.
And you are also aware with say Google Assistant, Siri from Apple, Microsoft Cortana. These are the digital assistant based on AI that help us in performing various tasks, from checking schedule, search for something, and sending command to some app. The next is vehicle recognition identification, and maybe you know or you don't know that many of traffic cameras around our city use artificial intelligence to read the license plate. Can see and understand image with the use of machine learning to turn conventional surveillance into vehicle monitoring. So this is very important part of integrated the apps like Uber, Ola, Zomato, Swiggy are very famous. So I take one particular example, say Uber. Now machine learning powers some magic inside that app Uber, and it helps in its mission of developing reliable transportation solution for everyone everywhere. And how this machine learning enable an efficient ride sharing experience marketplace, identify suspicious or fraud account.
छान.
So that's about AI.
चांगलं काय बरं कसं. लय मोठं.
Now there are some branches we can say the application in all the domains. So I will take few domains, some from social sciences and some from sciences. Let us talk about economics. You may say it is a subject from arts. Used to make computation such as total cost, total revenue, cost function, revenue function, marginal cost, marginal function, and so on. Now calculus is used to find derivative of utility curves, profit maximization curve, growth models, etc. Now statistics allows economists to make forecast and determine the probability of an occurrence. Working with say pharma companies, do mathematical calculation to assess the risk of taking a drug and its potential benefits. Now another economics is game theory. It's a sub branch of graph theory. In the case the whole economic situation can be optimal strategy for each group so that the equilibrium we can get the equilibrium condition for the game. That is for the economic situation. So that's the application in the field of economics. There is relationship between mathematics as well as music. Proportion. Pitch is a property of sound wave and volume is measured in decibel, which are in logarithmic scales. So this is another branch where we can see application of mathematics. Now I take one more branch, say it is commerce. When we talk about any business, it involves buying and selling of goods, and the intention is to earn profit. Now, commerce and trade both use to classify, to summarize, and end. Now, the application includes checking of accounts, forecasting the sale, price, discount, payroll calculation, simple and compound interest, and reducing wastage of resources. Now, in the commerce, we have many applications from the operation research that provide tools for maximizing profit, minimizing cost, and ensuring optimal utilization of the available resources. So these are some area from social sciences. From the sciences, you are already aware that there is a strong link between maths, physics, chemistry. We have already discussed about computer science. And let me take another field, say engineering. Now, the branches of mathematics, linear algebra, calculus, statistics, differential equation, as of engineering. For example, fluid mechanics, heat transfer, electric circuit, and mechanics of materials. For example, a differential equation is applied to solve a problem in heat transfer. If we talk about it, uses complex vectors and geometry to determine the position of the object. When we talk about civil engineering, so land surveying equipments use trigonometry as well as triangulation. Now, calculus is used in engineering to find arc length, sector area, properties of circles, in design of any building, roads, tunnels, bridges, and any shaped structure. So these are some applications in the field of engineering. Now again we'll move to some social science subjects, say political science. And there are some application of mathematics in the political science too. For example, we can analyze past election result to see changes in the voting pattern and the influence of various factors on voting behavior, on switching of votes among various parties. And for all such application, we use game theory, which is a part of graph theory. Now, if we talk about another domain, say pharma companies, they require teams of mathematicians to work on clinical data about the effectiveness and danger of a new drug. So for the clinical trial, now if we talk about pure scientific research, whether it is in chemistry or in biology, it also needs some tools and techniques of mathematics. So that's about the application. And when we talk about mathematics, there are some hidden application, or we can pass. This mathematics develops certain skills, whether we talk about logical, critical, analytical thinking, abstract or spatial thinking, problem solving ability, and reasoning. And all such skills are very important for human being. So we have covered some applications in the various domain. Some are related with the present situation, and some are, we can say, traditional, related with the traditional branches of mathematics. Now I would like to end this session from my side, just quoting a quote about mathematics, that mathematics is a fundamental intellectual tool in computing, but computing is also increasingly used as a key component in mathematical problem solving. So both maths and computing, you may ask.
Thank you, ma'am, for your enlightening lecture on the applications of mathematics in various domains. Now, after this keynote speech, I request participants, if they have any query or doubt, they can ask. Please.
So, Honorable Madam has been delivered the very nice knowledge to us, particularly all the subject covered by her, particularly commerce and management science. However, instead of giving the more impetus to incorporate the subject mathematics in all the faculties, but commerce you won.
We hope a bright future to and research. We wish all.
Higher mathematics, then you learn how we take one simple example. In schools, you learn 0 plus 2 is 2 or 2.1 is 1. So you just recall it. But when you move for higher education, you study abstract algebra, then you learn that 0 plus 2 is 2 because 0 is the additive identity. You learn 2.1 is 2 because 1 is multiplicative identity in the group. So in mathematics, first we use formulae, and in higher education we derive those formulae. And when we do derivation, we have to make certain assumption as per the situation. Like in statistics, we use hypothesis. We need some hypothesis, and then we apply tools. Either we reject it or we accept it. So likewise, in the mathematics, in the proving some formula, theorems or conjecture, we made certain assumption, and either they get satisfied or not satisfied. And based on it, we derive formulae. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Your points were really informative.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your concluding words and for your studious comments on the keynote speech. Also, very Tiwari ma'am from Madhya Pradesh, who has accepted invitation of our college and delivered a very nice lecture on the topic. And she has explained the relations of mathematics with different subjects. Participants enjoying this webinar series and also from abroad for their punctual participation in everyday webinars. I also thank all honorable who are making effort